welcome back to this week's video. If you haven't already joined the fam and hit subscribe, please go ahead and hit subscribe down below. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on this video. It really helps me out, and I get really excited every time I see a new subscriber. So yes, you may have noticed I am in a slightly different location today, but still in my room, and I feel like I say that every week. I'm in a new location today. Well, yeah, I'm still in my room. It's kind of still light outside with daylight savings time, and getting that hour back in the day, it's like my favorite time of the year because it stays lighter later. Nice alliteration. It stays lighter later, so it's a little bit light outside. I would show you, but I just set up my camera perfectly, and my tripod is a little fussy, so if I move it, I'm afraid it's gonna and then everything's messed up. But it's a little lighter later, so I decided I would catch the natural light of day instead of filming at nighttime and film my video now. So as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about what I think about declaring your major in college. So I very recently declared my major last week, and it's been a process. It's been a journey since I got to Penn, figuring out what I want to study. And I feel like that's definitely a central part of college, figuring out what you're going to study and why you're here. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Hello?
Thank you for choosing Hotel. We would like to inform you.
I get so many random spam calls. Back to what I was saying. I feel like declaring your major and figuring out what you want to study is a central part of your college experience because it's why you're here, what you're studying. It's what you're kind of setting yourself up for the rest of your life. Or sometimes not, but definitely a central part of that. If you're planning on going to graduate school, you kind of, should study what you're planning on studying in graduate school. It's a great way to help you set up your career, and most people choose to major in something that they're interested in pursuing as a career. So, this video is not going to be as lighthearted, but it's also not going to be serious. But I just feel like it's an important thing to talk about since there's an event going on in my life right now. So, when I got to Penn, I did not know at all what I wanted to study. I thought, hey, I might major in theater. I'm really interested in studying theater arts. It's something I'm passionate about, but I came in intentionally undecided so that I could change my mind, because I tend to change my mind a lot, and that's okay. If you don't know what you want to study, it's okay. I was so surprised by the number of people that I met, even just freshman year, who were like, yeah, I'm gonna major in this. I'm like, that's fantastic. I don't know what I want to study, and I have a lot of time to figure it out. And that's another thing. A lot of people say you have so much time, and on one hand, time does go by quickly, so you can't wait till March of your sophomore year to figure it out. But also, you don't need to know the second you step foot on campus what you're going to study. I definitely didn't, and I changed my mind a few times. So I declared a linguistics major last week, which is really exciting. Woo, I'm done. Well, done with the declaring part. But the reason that I ended up deciding to study that was because I was just taking courses. When I went and logged onto our course registration website, and I opened up the catalog, and it lists all of the different departments in the undergraduate part of Penn. So I was like, what can I study? What's a class I could take? I just want to take something interesting. It was the spring of my freshman year. I was like, I still have time to take classes and just experiment with things. And I saw the linguistics department, and I was like, what is linguistics? That's such a weird word. What does that mean? I mean, obviously it has something to do with language, but I was like, I don't know, what does that mean? So I Googled it, I got the definition of it, and I was like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. I guess I'll take the intro course. I took it, and I ended up really, really liking it. If you don't know, linguistics is a study of language, not necessarily studying languages and learning languages. That's a misconception. That's a question that I get a lot. As a linguistics major, no, I'm not learning to speak 10 different languages. How cool would that be? But I am learning about how language works, how the brain perceives language, how language fits together phonemically and morphologically, and how we take different little units of language to make words and sentences and sounds, and how your vocal tract produces sounds. And it's a really cool field to study. If you haven't decided what you want to major in and you want to check it out, I would highly recommend taking a linguistics course if your university offers one. If you don't know what you want to study, that's okay. Please take the time to just explore some things and try some things out. If there's a course that you saw in there about Penn offered a Beyonce and performance course, if you want to take that course, take it. It might lead you to a field of study that you want to major in, if not a minor or a certificate, or just if you don't end up majoring in it, it's a class that you enjoy taking, or you learn something out of it. I'm a wholehearted believer that you can learn something from every class, whether it's academic or something personal about yourself, and that's a really important part of college. So it's okay if you don't know what you want to study. That said, you should definitely work on figuring that out before time is up, essentially. Penn, as I think most schools, you have to declare your major by the end of your sophomore year. Essentially, I think before you can even register for courses for junior fall, you have to declare your major. So it's definitely important to like kind of look into things that you want to study. And if you happen to change your mind, you know, in junior year, as long as you can like get all of your coursework done, it's fine. It's not that big a deal. You can change your majors literally like click of a button, done, you've changed your major. But definitely a good idea to just get a feel for like what you might want to study and what you might be interested in, and figure out what kind of path you might want to set yourself on for your time at college. I feel like that is a central part of figuring out your major, is kind of figuring out, hey, like, what do I want to do? Another thing that I will say is when you choose your major, choose something that, one, obviously, you know, might be useful to you. If that's, you know, I feel like for me that's an important part of my major, is choosing something that was going to be useful practically with what I plan on doing after college. Two, choose something that you actually want to study. Don't choose like something because it sounds super fancy, because if you end up majoring in it but you hate it, you're wasting your time essentially. You're going to put yourself through another 3 years of misery. And then if you plan to go to graduate school for that afterwards, that's another 2 to however many years you're in graduate school for. It doesn't mean that you're gonna love every single class that you take in that field, in your major, but definitely choose something that you don't like hate. Like, I really like linguistics. Do I like every linguistics course that I've taken? No. Am I going to like every linguistics course I've taken? Absolutely not. But choose something that you actually like to study, and that will make it that much easier, and that it'll also help you be that much more passionate about what you're doing. It'll make it easier to want to finish, not only to finish, but to want to get there and to want to take that next course and to want to talk to your professor and to want to apply to different programs and things like that. So that's important as well. The last thing I will say is use the resources that you have wherever you are. So most departments at most schools have websites you can go onto. They have a web page for their specific department. Check out their department website. See what the major requirements are. Is this something I can complete? Is this something that is going to be possible for me? Does this work with what I plan for my schedule to be? What do I need to do in order to finish in the amount of time that I want to finish in, the amount of time that I want to get my degree in? Definitely use your resources. Also, reach out to your department head. I just cold emailed the head of the linguistics department at Penn, and he just emailed me back that same day, and we've been able to coordinate, and that was actually how I declared my major the other day. So definitely cold email people, use the websites, reach out to people, use whatever resources you have. Even talking to people who either are currently studying what you want to study or who have graduated with that degree, definitely talk to them too. They're people who can give you the practical experience of what it's like to be a student studying that at your school, and what courses you should take, what courses you need to take, how long it took them, how difficult things were, what you should expect and what you should plan for. That's, I feel like, a useful tip in life in general, but especially when you're thinking about studying something. Your 4+ years, or if you graduate early, however many years you're at university for, it's going to culminate in that degree. So that's something that you're going to carry with you through life. Make sure that it's worth it. I definitely think of college as a very short period of time in my life. Whether I'm having the time of my life or a horrible day, it's a very short period of time. It's 4 years, and after those 4 years, it's done. I don't get to redo it. It's done. I'm gone. So I want to make sure that what I do here is worth it, and that I enjoy it, and that it's going to help me with where I want to be in my life. And those are definitely things that I would say, if you were to ask me, that's advice that I would give to incoming freshmen or current freshmen or sophomores or whoever you are, wherever you are in your university process. If you haven't declared your major yet, that's definitely something I would tell someone. Thanks so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, join the fam, like, comment, hit me up on social media. I have Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. I also have email, which I think is on my Twitter. If you want to shoot me an email with a question, literally anything. I also like GIFs. I say GIFs, not GIFs. I also like GIFs. I like funny videos. I like dog posts. Literally anything. If you just want to say hi, hit me up. Don't forget to come back next week for another video, and I will see you soon. Love you. Bye.